Hey there, fellow digital nomads and aspiring globetrotters. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to dive into a topic that's close to my heart and probably yours too, the world of digital nomadism. As someone who's been living this lifestyle for years, I've seen firsthand how the trend of working remotely while exploring the world has exploded. It's not just a fad anymore, it's a full-blown movement that's reshaping how we think about work and life. But here's the thing, not all destinations are created equal when it comes to the digital nomad life. Choosing the right country can make or break your experience. That's why I've put together this video to share my top 5 countries for digital nomads in 2024. Before we dive in, let me tell you, these picks aren't just based on pretty beaches or cool Instagram spots. I've considered real factors that matter to us nomads. So stick around as we explore the best places to call your temporary home while working from your laptop. Criteria for selecting digital nomad destinations. Now, before I reveal my top picks, let's talk about what makes a country great for digital nomads. Trust me, after years on the road, I've learned that these factors can seriously impact your quality of life and work. Let's start with cost of living. We've got to talk about money. Let's face it, one of the perks of this lifestyle is the ability to live well on less. I've crunched the numbers, comparing average monthly expenses across different countries. We're talking rent, food, transportation, the works. For example, in some of my favorite spots, I've managed to snag comfortable apartments for a fraction of what I'd pay back home. And don't even get me started on the food. I've had some of the best meals of my life for just a few bucks in certain countries. But it's not just about cheap eats and low rent. We need to consider the overall cost of living. I always look for places where I can enjoy life, not just survive. After all, what's the point of traveling if you're constantly pinching pennies? And now let's discuss internet infrastructure. Now, this is a big one. We can't do our jobs without reliable internet, right? I can't tell you how many times I've been in the middle of a crucial video call only to have the connection drop. Not fun. That's why I always research a country's internet infrastructure before setting up shop. I'm talking about average speeds, reliability, and availability of backup options. And it's not just about having Wi-Fi in your apartment. I look for countries with plenty of co-working spaces and cafes where I can set up my mobile office. I've got to say, it's been amazing to see how many countries are really investing in their digital infrastructure. It's like they're rolling out the red carpet for us nomads. And now let's talk about visa policies. This can be a real headache if you're not prepared. I've become somewhat of an expert on digital nomad visas over the years. These are special visas designed for people like us who want to stay longer than a typical tourist but aren't looking for permanent residency. They're a game changer, let me tell you. But even if a country doesn't have a specific digital nomad visa, I look at how easy it is to enter and stay. Some places are super welcoming to remote workers, while others, well, let's just say they make things complicated. And now, the top 5 countries for digital nomads in 2024. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Here are my top 5 countries for digital nomads in 2024. First up, we've got Portugal. Oh man, where do I even begin with this gem? In October 2022, Portugal introduced its digital nomad visa, and let me tell you, it's been a hit. This visa allows remote workers to live and work in Portugal for up to a year. And the best part? If you fall in love with the place, which trust me is easy to do, you can even extend your stay. Now, let's talk about the cost of living. I spent a few months in Lisbon last year, and I was blown away by how affordable it was. My apartment in the heart of the city cost less than half of what I'd paid for a similar place back home. And don't even get me started on the food. Fresh seafood, delicious pastries, all at prices that won't break the bank. If you're looking for something a bit smaller, Porto is another great option. It's got all the charm of Lisbon, but with a more laid-back vibe. But what really sealed the deal for me was the internet. Portugal has been investing heavily in its digital infrastructure, and it shows. I never had issues with video calls or uploading large files. In fact, Portugal consistently ranks high on Nomad lists for internet speed and reliability. Next on our list, we're heading to Southeast Asia, Thailand to be exact. Thailand has always been popular with backpackers, but now it's making a big play for digital nomads too. They've introduced a new long-term resident visa program that's perfect for remote workers. One of the biggest draws of Thailand is the cost of living. I remember my first month in Bangkok. I was living like a king on a budget that would barely cover rent in most Western cities. And the food, absolutely delicious. Some of the best meals I've ever had were from street vendors in Thailand, and they cost less than a coffee back home. If you're not into the hustle and bustle of Bangkok, Chiang Mai in the north has become something of a digital nomad mecca. The city has a fantastic balance of traditional culture and modern amenities with a growing community of fellow nomads. And let's not forget about those beautiful Thai beaches. Imagine finishing your workday and heading straight to a tropical paradise. That's the reality for many nomads in Thailand. Coming in at number 3, we've got Mexico. Now, this one's especially great for my North American viewers. One of the biggest advantages of Mexico for digital nomads from the US and Canada is its proximity. You're just a short flight from home, which can be a big comfort when you're living the nomad life. I spent a few months in Mexico City last year, and I was blown away by the vibrant culture, amazing food scene, and surprisingly good internet infrastructure. It's a massive city with something for everyone, from hip co-working spaces to quiet cafes, perfect for getting work done. If you're more of a beach person, Playa del Carmen on the Caribbean coast is another hot spot for digital nomads. Imagine wrapping up your workday and heading straight to the beach for a swim. That was my reality for a good chunk of last summer. One of the best things about Mexico for digital nomads is the visa situation. Most of us can enter the country as tourists and stay for up to 180 days. That's 6 months to explore, work, and soak up the Mexican sun. Now let's head back to Europe and talk about a country that's really embracing the digital age, Estonia. Estonia has been a pioneer in digital governance, and their e-residency program is a testament to that. This program allows digital nomads to establish and run a business in the EU all online. It's pretty revolutionary stuff. But Estonia didn't stop there. They've also introduced a specific digital nomad visa, making it even easier for remote workers to set up shop in this Baltic gem. I spent a few months in Tallinn, the capital, and I was blown away by the city's blend of medieval charm and cutting-edge technology. The old town looks like something out of a fairy tale, but step into any cafe or co-working space and you'll find some of the fastest internet speeds in Europe. What really impressed me about Estonia was its thriving tech scene and startup ecosystem. If you're in the tech industry or looking to network with innovators, Tallinn is the place to be. Last but certainly not least on our list is Croatia. This Balkan beauty has been climbing the ranks of digital nomad hotspots, and for good reason. Croatia recently introduced its digital nomad visa program, allowing remote workers to stay for up to a year. This move has really put Croatia on the map for long-term travelers like us. Now, let me paint you a picture. Imagine working from a cafe in the historic town of Dubrovnik with its stunning stone walls and red-tiled roofs. Or how about setting up your laptop on the beach in Split, taking a dip in the crystal clear Adriatic between Zoom calls. This is the reality of digital nomads in Croatia. What I love about Croatia is the balance it offers. We've got these incredibly well-preserved historic cities, but also a growing number of modern co-working spaces and nomad-friendly accommodations. It's like stepping back in time, but with high-speed Wi-Fi. Conclusion. So there you have it, folks. My top 5 countries for digital nomads in 2024. From the sun-soaked beaches of Thailand to the historic streets of Croatia, each of these destinations offers something unique for the remote worker. Remember, Portugal wowed us with its digital nomad visa and affordable living in charming cities. Thailand beckoned us with its low cost of living and tropical lifestyle. Mexico offered proximity to North America and easy visa options. Estonia impressed us with its e-residency program and thriving tech scene. And Croatia charmed us with its beautiful coastline and growing nomad-friendly infrastructure. But here's an important reminder, always do your homework. Visa requirements and local regulations can change, so make sure to research thoroughly before making your move. And remember, the best destination for you might not be the same as for someone else. Consider your personal preferences, work needs, and lifestyle when choosing where to set up your temporary home. Okay. So now I want to hear from you. Have you been to any of these countries? Or do you have a favorite digital nomad destination that didn't make the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Your insights could help fellow nomads find their next perfect workspace. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. I've got plenty more content coming your way on all things digital nomad and remote work. Share this video with your friends who may be considering becoming a digital nomad. And stay tuned to my upcoming videos where we'll dive deeper into specific aspects of the nomad lifestyle. We'll be covering everything from how to find the best accommodation deals to tips for staying productive while on the road. If you like this video, you will love our videos on the top 10 questions to ask before becoming an expat, your relocation guide, and cheap places to move for a fresh start. Until next time, happy travels and happy working wherever in the world you may be.